how will you melt it? So look at the previous output screenshot. Here our data frame look like this. So what's the problem between this one and this one? Actually, here we are having 4 attributes. Now we are going to convert these 2 columns into a single column. Okay, so first of all, we are taking we are using the blood sugar value. So this one is the value for creating the blood sugar. Okay, and the remaining thing is these are the values of the BP. Okay, how will you do it? So here we are adding 2 columns, namely variable and values. In the variable column, we are writing the BS and BP. So then compare the first data frame values. In the first column, you are having Senthil, Jan 140. Blood sugar, we are considering blood sugar. So blood sugar value is 140. So first row is Senthil, Jan, blood sugar 140. Next column is Senthil, February 132 90. So here we are considering blood sugar value. So this value is 132. And we will copy the other values, Senthil and Feb. Okay, then consider the third field, this field. So here blood sugar value is 125. So blood sugar value is 125. And just copy the other values, Sam and Jan. Then fourth row, blood sugar value is 160. Consider this row. Blood sugar value is 160. So we are applying 160 here, blood sugar, and copying the remaining value. And in the next session, we are just copying the same values, but instead of storing the blood sugar value, we will be storing the BP value. And this same column is copied here, 80, 90, 120 and 84. This one is 80 and this one is also 80. Like that we will copy. This function is known as melt function. Okay, in this melt function, we need to identify the identifier variable and measurement variable. And the measurement variables are combined into a single column. This variable is the measurement variable. Convert the measurement variable into a single column which is given by variable and store the values of these variables in value column, this column. That is, the value of BS is 140. Okay, next is cast function. Cast function is applied using dcast function. And the syntax of dcast function is like this. Dcast data formula value dot var equal to column with values. So what are the arguments here? So first one is data. Data means it is the data frame. Then what is the variable here? So formula. What is formula here? Formula here is we are applying a variable plus month and name as formula. Variable plus month and name as the formula. And here we are considering the variable and month as constant because it contains BS and BP, and convert the name variable into two columns depending upon the number of categories in the name. The column from which value is taken is B casting. We are having two categories, Sam and Senthil, and the values are taken from the column value. Okay, let's illustrate it. In order to use B-cast function, we also need the same library reshape tool. So, what is the syntax of B-cast function? First, we have to write the B-cast, then it is followed by the data frame, then it is followed by the variable formula. Here, the formula considered is variable plus month and name. And then it is followed by the values for the variable. Okay, actually this is the original data frame created and this one is the casting function. So first one is the variable. This is the variable. So this variable is written here. This is the variable. Okay, after that variable is month. Then month is denoted here. After that, name and value pair. Names are written as columns and the values are written inside these columns. Now we will discuss the values stored within the data frame after dcast function. Actually, the values in the dcast, these values are generated from this data frame which is created after melt function. Okay, how will you generate these data? In the previous slide, we had discussed about how the variable names are created here. So we are not going into the details of these things. So how will you write the values inside this data frame? We are discussing this thing. Okay. Here the column values are stored in the decreasing order. So first of all, we are considering the blood sugar value. We are considering the blood sugar value and we are considering the person's name. So Sam blood sugar. So we are having two values here. Sam, it is highlighted here. For the month of January, the blood sugar is 125 and February it is 160. So 160 is higher. So first store it here. Blood sugar February 160. So what is the blood sugar level of Senthil? It is 132. Blood sugar value of February is So Senthil is 132. So write it here. Then after that, so this column is over. Then again consider Sam itself. Then we have to fill one more column, that is January's blood sugar value. What is the value of blood sugar for the month of January? It is 125. So it is filled here. At the same time, we need to fill the blood sugar of Senthil for the month of January. See, for Senthil, the month of January, the blood sugar is 140. It is written here. Now we need to fill the values of BP. So for Sam, the February's BP is, for Sam, the February's BP, this is BP, Sam's February's BP is 84. So it is 84. It is written here. What is the BP of Senthil? The Senthil, it is 90. So it is written here. 90 is written here. 90 is written here. Similarly, fill the last column. Applying the recast function performs melt and cast in one comment. So recast is the comment. First argument is the data frame, and the next is formula. Then it is followed by the identifier variable, and it is followed by measurement variable. So first session is cast, then measurement and printed cast. So for example, the previous command can be written as first is PD, then it is followed by variable plus month or name and identifier variable. It is concatenation function of name and month. That is, we are combining the cast function and melt function. And the screenshot is shown here. It is same as the previous command. That is, the output is same as the combination of casting and melting. How to add new variable to data frame based on existing one? For that, you have a function, command, mutate. It will add extra variable column based on existing one. It can be created as a transformation of all the variables. Here we need another library dplyr. So in order to import dplyr library, you have to use library of dplyr. After that, you can use mutate PD. PD is the previously defined data frame, and you are going to add a new column which stores the logarithmic value of the BP, and it is stored as the last column. And it will be another data frame, and it is stored in PD2. Okay, check the screenshot. We are having name, month, BS, and BP. 4 attributes are there. In addition to that, we are adding a last column with the log BP, which stores the logarithmic value of the BP. It is stored as the fifth argument using the function mutate. Joining of two frames. Here also we need the dplyr. If you get an error message while importing library of dplyr, means that dplyr is not installed and you need to install the package. So syntax of this joining of two frames is like this. Function, first you have to specify the data frame 1 and two data frames, data frame 1 and data frame 2, and by equal to id dot variable. That means id dot variable is the common column to both data frames, data frame 1 and data frame 2. So this is a common element for combining two data frames. The commands that are used to combine two different data sets include left join, right join, inner join, full join, semi-join, and anti-join. In order to illustrate this, we are going to create another data frame with name pd underscore new. Here the column names are attributes are name and department. This one is the new database. Previously we are having this database. So what are the values here? The name field are Senthil Ram Sam. Senthil Ram Sam. And the department field is notated as B.Sc Data Analysis B.Sc. So B.Sc Data Analysis B.Sc. Next is left join. It joins the matching rows of data frame 2 to data frame 1 based on the ID variable. Only Sam and Senthil from ID variable name are present in PD, which is the data frame 1. Only these two IDs and corresponding values in PD new will be merged with PD. The variable department from PD new be merged to PD. Data frame 1 is PD and data frame 2 is PD new. PD checks the matches the row of data frame 2. It will keep Senthil and Sam and not Ramesh. Okay, let me explain the command. So here command is left join. What are the data frames used here? First data frame is PD and the new data frame is PD underscore new. And we are combining these two data frames based on the value name. After that we will print it. Okay, this is the screenshot of left join. Okay, before that we need to check the data frame PD and this one is PD new. Okay, we are combining PD new and PD by the name. Okay, name field is compared. So here the common value is name. So by comparing this PD and PD new, What are the common names present in PD and PD? It's Senthil and Sam. But this Ramesh is absent in PD. So we cannot add Ramesh into the left join result. So here Ramesh is absent. After that, you can just add the values and merge here. So as the final result, we have to add the department column. Here, the Senthil's department is B.Sc and Sam's department is also B.Sc. Look this column. Senthil's department is B.Sc and Sam's department is also CSC. So Senthil's department is filled as B.Sc and Sam's is also filled as B.Sc. Then about right join. It joins matching rows of data frame 1 to data frame 2 based on the ID variable. Instead of the left join, we are using right join here. And the remaining thing are same. Here, the only difference is we have to add the department to the right of name field. After name field, you have to write the department column. But the values are the same only. Say for Senthil it is B.Sc, it is also B.Sc. Senthil B.Sc, Sam B.Sc, it is also B.Sc. Similar to right left join, Ramesh is absent here. We cannot add Ramesh because Ramesh is not a common factor for PD and PD new. Now we can change the order of PD and PD new. Here PD is the first element, so PD is treated as the referencing element. So let's see. Okay, in this command, PD is the referencing element. PD is the first element, so PD is the referencing element. So what will be the output? This database is the PD and this is PD new. So we will be comparing the names of PD with this one. At that time, you have to add the Ramesh value. Ramesh value is added as third row. But we don't know the month or BS or BP of Ramesh. So it is written as NA. Then about inner join, it merges and retains those rows with IDs present in both data frames. So we are using inner join function and first two data frames are used and we are combining using name attribute only. So this is the output of inner join.